Okay, part 2, base replacement algorithm. So for this one, look into the question first. You will know 3 different algorithms in this case, which is FIFO, LRU, optimal. FIFO, first in, first out. 先进来的先出去。Okay, LRU is least reason use. 我等一下才讲，因为现在讲了你可能也会忘记。先记得 FIFO, first in, first out. Okay, so over here, page reference string, they will give you one. Okay, you have to look into how many frames. Okay, in my class, I couldn't draw straight line. In my class, every time I practice, I do 3 frames only. By default, 3 frames only. In your exam, students, please look into how many frames they want. 我不要改到有人考试只是写画3个给我，当那个题目讲 4 frames. Okay, so you look into the question. First of all, they will tell you how many frames are empty in the memory. So 跟你讲 how many frames 有什么用处？为什么那么重要？就是我们每次画的是3个 frame 嘛，就是这样子，3条线嘛。OK， 这样子画的，对不对？4 frames, 4 different OK 那种I mean 我的学生in classroom 尤其是我们讲那个你用你的心的那个OK，initially you can put 3% in your heart, right? Then later on this one 4 frames, which means you put 4% in your heart, and then you go and switch one by one. Okay, so that is the case. Now, let me just erase this one first. Now, first sentence really read. They ask you to perform the page fault trace analysis to determine number of page faults will occur on each following page replacement algorithm. Okay, 第一个你要看有多少个 frames. Okay, the first thing you have to look how many frames are there. The second thing you have to see what the question want. Okay, 第二样你就要看题目要什么。This question, this sample question, they only want the page fault. Okay, some of the question, they want you to include the page heat as well. Okay, 如果你现在听着我的 video, 你不懂什么是 page fault, 不懂什么是 page heat请你注意So this replacement algorithm, 2 things you have to know. One is heat and one is fault. OK, heat 是当你的那个 frame 里面有同样的 reference string， 我们叫 heat。OK, fault 是当你的 frame 里面没有重复，没有一样，你需要换掉东西。OK, 那个时候就是 fault。Okay, so if you don't understand what I'm trying to say here, 你知道，等一下我开始走这个 page replacement FIFO 的时候，你注意看什么时候我讲是 heat。什么时候我讲是 fault? Okay, so that will be the case. With that being said, 2 things第一个看多少个 frame， 第二个看题目要什么。如果他讲他要 page fault， 你一定要写 page fault 有多少个。如果他2个都讲，你2个都写。Okay, now too bad this thing cannot draw. Do they have ruler or something? 打的 ruler because if there is a ruler, that will be much more easier. Do we have ruler? No, too bad. Other ruler. So I'm just gonna, my artistic sense. 2, 4, 2, 8, 5, 4, 3, 7, 5, 2, 8, 4, 6, 3. Am I right? 2, 4, 8, 5, 4, 3, 7, 5, 2, 8, 4, 6, 8, 3. In your exam, because you are writing on the answer script, right? Make sure you do this as well, the checking just in case, maybe 你昨天不够睡觉还是什么 I don't know. So that would be the best case. Okay, in this example, 不要针对我吗? Now we are going to have 1 frame, 2 frame, 3 frame, and 4 frame. Okay, now first thing first, 开始走了Initially, 一开始的时候 your frame are empty, so you see nothing here. Okay, so if you go into the first page over here, what you have to do is, because they're empty, right, you're going to put the 2 over here, right? Okay, so the first thing, you put the 2 over here. Okay, each and every step you can only do one thing. You cannot say initially empty, then I put everything. Okay, here put 2, here put 4, cannot. One step you can only put one page into it. Okay, so now you put a 2 in already. This is called page fault. Okay, this is called page fault. Let me use my symbol to represent. I use F to represent fault. Okay, so this is fault. Why is it fault? Because initially is empty， 本来是空空的。你把这个2放进去，你改了东西，你换了东西 ，it will become a page fault. Okay, so 2做了 right? This is my practice. You don't have to follow. What I do is every time I'm done, I will put a tick over here. You can just use back your own way. You don't have to use my method. Okay? And then 这个 fault 我是用 F 来写，你也可以不用写，我写来是给我自己方便，我算。Okay, but if you have other methods that you want to stick back or follow, you don't have to follow mine. Okay, now 2 is done. So the next step, right? You already have 2 over here. So you have 3 more empty spaces, right? The next value is 4. 4 is a new value, right? 4 is not 2. 4 is a new value. So you have to put the new value over the next empty memory. Or we say the next empty frame. So over here, I done my 4. And this is a new value added in. This is called page fault as well. The next step is a 2, right? So initially, my memory already have 2 and 4. This is 2. 2 and 2, they are the same thing. So I won't do the 2 here. What I will do is I just remain this one. This is what we call hit. Okay, 有异样的时候 when you have a similar reference string, that is called page hit. So you don't have to write another 2 over here. You just remain over here, the FIFO. Okay, the next one are not FIFO, I mean like initially starting. Okay, the next one, 8. So you're going to put 2, 4 initially in your memory. Then you add in an 8. So you make some changes. What's my straight line? Not straight line thing. Okay, 2, 4, 8. And this is page 4. 8 is done. The next one, 5. So 2, 4, 8. Initially you have this one. Now you put in a 5. Done. This is called page 4 because you add a new value here. Until here, if you can understand, right? Okay, congratulations. Cannot, please go back 重看前面我怎么样写到这里。你会发现到这3个 algorithm, you realize that FIFO, LRU, Optimal, okay, the first time you fill all these 4 frames, right, will be same. Okay, unless the question is a different one. If the question is the same one, right, these 3 algorithms initially will give you the same sort of frames or in the memory, something like this. Okay, now the next value is 4. Initially, so you look into your memory, there is already 4 here. So this will be a hit. So what you do is you just copy back, okay, and you write hit. And then you'll put a tick over here because this is the 4 hit over here. The next value, 来了啦. Okay, this is 3, right? In our memory, the reference string, we got 2, got 4, got 8, got 5. 就是没有3怎么办？你要把里面的人剔出来了。Okay, I use English to say because over here you have 2, 4, 8, and 5. There's no 3, but right now 3 is trying to get into the memory. So what happened is you are going to kick someone out. So kick who out? Okay, or we say switch which reference string. Okay, so what we're going to learn, there's 3 methods, 3 different algorithms. Now in this one, we learn FIFO, first in, first out, the easiest one. 先进去的先出来. The one that first get into the memory have to get out. So you look at here. Who is the first reference string that get into memory? 2, 4, and 8, and 5. Who is the first reference string that get into memory? Obviously, it is 2, right? So 3 is going to say goodbye. I'm going in, and the rest will be same lah. Okay, the remaining one will be the same. So now we don't have 2 in our memory. Okay, first in, first out. Who come first? We're gonna let it exit first. So this, because we have actually updated the value of 2 to 3, so this will be a page fault. 接下去the next value 7. In your memory, don't have 7 as well. Then who should I kick next? Okay, 3 is just in, right? Because this is first in, first out. 3 is just in. We're not going to touch the 3. So you have 4, 8, and 5. Who is the first one that get among these 3 values? Who is the first reference string that get into the memory. So obviously it is actually 4. So we are going to switch the 4 to 7 and the rest will remain here. So this is page 4 as well. All right, the next one, 5. So here is already 5, right? So we are going to copy the same thing, and this is a hit. Done. The next one, the next value is 2. Just now we kicked 2 out. Now 2 is going to get back again, but which place should 2 be in? OK, 你看啊 first in first out 啊，谁是第一个？刚才在 among 3, 7, 8, and 5, right? Who is the first one that get into the memory? So obviously it is 8. So we're going to switch 8 to 2, and the rest just remain. OK, until here, if you have doubt, OK, 如果你有问题啊，诶，你怎样知道是8哦？怎么不是5呢？怎么样看啊？有一个很容易看的方法就是啊，你好像刚才我们是3、7、8、5，我们要换嘛，对不对？要换其中一个，你就看前面谁待最久。你看3、7、8、5啊，这里3只待了3下，7待了2下，8待了1、2、3、4、5、6。5待了5下，所以你 compare 的话，这两个啊，这个待最久嘛，它是第一个进来，它待到现在，所以我们就换它了。Okay, that is my way in sort of like to understand this thing. I mean, you can have your own method as well. Okay, the next one, 8. 刚刚把8踢掉，现在8又回来了。So how do we decide which place to switch 8, right? So just now the first in among 3, 7, 2, and 5 will be 5, right? So goodbye 5. We kick the 5 out and put the 8 in, and this is going to be page 4. The next value, 4. So compare here, 3, 7, 2, and 8. Okay, actually we're going to switch the place 4 here. 4, 7, 2, 8. And this is 4 as well. The next value, 6. So which value is actually first in among 4, 7, 2, and 8? So apparently it's going to be the 7 lah. So 6 over here, 4, and 2, and 8. So this is page 4 as well. The next one, 8. 8 is already in the memory. So this is going to be hit. 记住啊 hit 也是要重复写多一次啊。你不要讲哦，这是 hit 啊，所以我没有写下去。Okay, 会扣分啊。And the last value of 3, 4, 6, 2, 8. Which is the value that stay the longest over here? So you look into it, 2, 6, and 4. So apparently it's 2, right? So you're going to put 3 over here, and then 4, 6, 3, and 8. Okay, then we got them already. So this is called fault because we switched the value from 2 to 3. So at this point, you are not done yet because remember, they ask you to determine the number of page faults. Okay, so what you do, what I do is, because I already list down which is fault, which is hit, right? So I just take the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, if question asks you to list down the page hit, please list down it as well lah. Then you just write something like number of page hit. Alamak, ini handwriting tak okay. Excuse me. Hit is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's all. So this is for first in, first out. 先进来的先出去啊。Okay, move on to the next one, LRU. Okay, first in, first out, 先进来的先出去。LRU, least recently used, 是什么意思啊 ？Okay, 我会 try 用华语来讲 but 你能不能明白it's up to you 啊。它的意思是 like 你最近 okay shit man, where we use it in Chinese 啊？你最近没有什么用到的。OK， 就是 recently 最近 OK 你没有用最少用用到的。Maybe I use the example to try to explain to you. It's much better because the Chinese term is a bit hardcore for this one. So let me just copy the question again. 2, 4, 2, 8, 5, 4, 3, 7, and 5, 2, 8, 4, 6, 8, 3. Okay. 2, 4, 2, 8, 5, 4, 3, 7, 5, 2, 8, 4, 6, 8, 3. Okay, that's right. So remember, we have 4 frames over here. So make sure it is 4 frame as well. Just one moment, everyone. I got a call, man.